Good morning everyone. My name is Roger Isesiti II and I will be reporting the foundations of curriculum. Foundations are the forces that influence the minds of the curriculum developers. In this way, these affect the content of structures of the curriculum. There are five major foundations of curriculum. Number one is philosophical, number two is historical, number three is psychological, and lastly social. Philosophical foundation of curriculum. Philosophy provides educators, teachers, and curriculum makers with framework for planning, implementing, and evaluating curriculum in schools. It helps answering what schools are for, what subjects are important, how students should learn, and what materials and methods should be used. In decision making, philosophy provides the starting point and will be used for the succeeding decision making. There are four education philosophies. The first one is perennialism. Second is essentialism. Third is progressivism. And lastly is reconstructionism. Perennialism. The aim of education of this philosophy is to educate the rational person, to cultivate the intellect. Role of education. Teachers help students think with reason. Focus in the curriculum. Classical subjects, literary analysis and curriculum is constant. Curriculum trends. Use of great books and return to liberal arts. Next is essentialism. The aim of education of this is to promote the intellectual growth of the individual and educate the competent person. The role of this education is the teacher is the sole authority of his or her subject area or field of specialization. Focus in the curriculum. Essential skills of the 3R and essential subject of English, science, history, math, and foreign language. Curriculum trends. Excellence in education, back to basics, and cultural literacy. Next is progressivism. Aim of education: to promote democratic and social living. Role of education: knowledge leads to growth and development of lifelong learners who actively learn by doing. Focus in the curriculum. Subjects are interdisciplinary, integrative, and interactive. Curriculum is focused on students' interests and human problems. Curriculum trends. School performs relevant and contextualized curriculum, humanistic education. Lastly, reconstructionism. Aim of education: to improve and reconstruct the society. The education for change. Role of education: teachers act as agents of change and reform the various educational projects, including research. Focus in curriculum: focus on present and future trends in issues of national and international interest. Curriculum trends: equality and educational opportunities in education. Access global education. Next is the historical foundation of curriculum. The historical development shows the different changes in the purposes, principles, and content of the curriculum. The different changes are influenced by educational philosophy, psychology, and pedagogical theories. This implies that curriculum changing, putting a knowledge and content from many fields of discipline. These are some curriculum theories. Franklin Babbitt presented curriculum as a science that emphasized on students' need. He also said that curriculum prepares for adult life. Willett Carters considered that curriculum also as a science which is based on student needs, and the teacher planned activities. William Kilpatrick viewed curriculum as a purposeful activities which are child-centered, and he believes that the purpose of curriculum is child development and growth. Harold Rugg says curriculum should develop the whole child. He emphasized social studies in the curriculum that the teacher plans the lesson in advance. Hollis Caswell sees curriculum as organized around social functions of themes, organized knowledge, and learners' interests. Ralph Tyler believes that curriculum is a science and an extension of school's philosophy. Hilda Taba helped lay the foundation for diverse student population. Peter Oliva, he described how curriculum change is a cooperative endeavor and significant improvement is achieved through group activity. The third major foundation of curriculum is psychological foundation. Psychological foundation provide the basis for the teaching and learning progress. It unifies the element of the learning progress and some of the questions which can be addressed by psychological foundation of education. There are three majors of learning good theories. Number one is behaviorist psychology. Second is cognitive psychology. And lastly is humanistic psychology. Let's talk about behaviorist psychology. Learning should be organized in order that students can experience success in the progress of mastering the subject matter. Behaviorist psychology includes the different theories of learning. One is connectionism by Edward Lee Thorndike, classical conditioning by Ivan Pavlov, operant conditioning by B.F. Skinner, modeling and observation theory by Albert Bandura, hierarchical learning by Robert Gagne. Second is cognitive psychology. Learning constitutes a logical method for organizing and interpreting learning. Teachers use a lot of problem and thinking skills in the teaching and learning progress. Cognitive psychology includes the theory of cognitive development stage by Jean Piaget, classical conditioning by Leigh Vygotsky, multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner, learning styles by Fielder and Silverman, emotional intelligence by Daniel Goldman. The third is the humanistic psychology. Humanist psychologists are concerned with how learners can develop their human potential. The process, not the products. The personal needs, not the subject matter. In summary, psychology has great influence in the curriculum. Learners are not machine, and the mind is not a computer. Humans are biological beings, affected by their biology and cultures. The psychological foundations will help curriculum makers in nurturing more advanced, more comprehensive, and complete human learning. Lastly, the social foundation. School exists within the social context. Societal culture affects the shape of schools and their curricula. In considering the social foundation of curriculum, we must consider that schools are only one of the many institutions that educate society. The home, the family, community likewise educate more in the society. But schools are formal institutions that adjust more complex and more interrelated society and the world. Society as ever dynamic is a source of very fast changes which are difficult to cope with and adjust to. Thus, schools are made to help to understand these changes. In order for the school to be relevant, schools' curricula should address diversity, explosion of knowledge, school reforms, and education for all. Relationship of curriculum and society is mutual and comprehensive. Hence, to be relevant, curricula should reflect and preserve the culture of society and its aspiration. At the same time, society should also imbibe the changes brought by formal institution and called the school. Again, the four major foundations of curriculum are philosophical, historical, psychological, and social.